Chemtrails are not poisoning us. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here today. I'd like to talk about an issue that has sparked much debate and concern among some communities, the idea of chemtrails and whether they are poisoning us. I understand that this topic evokes strong emotions and a variety of opinions, but today I invite you to examine the evidence and the science behind contrails to understand why there is no basis for the claim that chemtrails are harming our health. Let's start by clarifying what we mean by chemtrails. The term is often used to describe what some believe are chemical or biological agents deliberately sprayed by governments or other organizations from aircraft for undisclosed purposes. However, extensive research shows that what we see in the sky are actually contrails, condensation trails that form when water vapor from aircraft exhaust condenses in the cold upper atmosphere. There is no credible evidence that these trails contain any harmful chemicals beyond what is normally produced by jet engines. To appreciate why chemtrails are not poisoning us, it helps to understand the science of contrails. When a plane flies at high altitude, its hot exhaust mixes with the cold low air pressure. This causes the water vapor in the exhaust to condense into tiny ice crystals, which form visible trails. The formation and persistence of these trails depend on atmospheric conditions such as temperature and humidity. Short-lived versus persistent contrails. Some contrails quickly dissipate while others can linger and spread out, forming cirrus-like clouds. This behavior is entirely consistent with natural atmospheric processes, not with any deliberate chemical spraying. The scientific community has extensively studied contrails and the composition of aircraft emissions. Multiple independent studies, including those conducted by agencies like the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, and the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, have found that contrails are composed primarily of water vapor and ice crystals. Minor trace amounts of other compounds are typical of combustion byproducts and do not pose a threat to public health. The consensus among atmospheric scientists is clear. There is no evidence that the trails we see in the sky are part of any covert operation to disperse harmful chemicals. The theories about chemtrails are not supported by peer-reviewed research or independent testing. Concerns about health risks from chemtrails have circulated widely, but rigorous testing has shown no correlation between contrail formation and any adverse health effects. Health and environmental agencies around the world monitor air quality continuously, and if harmful substances were being introduced into the atmosphere on a large scale, we would see corresponding changes in environmental and public health data. Air quality monitoring. Instruments measure pollutants such as particulate matter, ozone, and volatile organic compounds. There is no unusual increase in these pollutants that would suggest secret chemical spraying. Epidemiological studies. Researchers have studied the incidence of respiratory and other health problems in areas with frequent air traffic. The data did not support any link between contrails and an increase in disease or environmental harm. Let's address some of the common claims made by proponents of the chemtrail theory. Chemtrails have a different appearance than normal contrails. In reality, the appearance of contrails can vary depending on atmospheric conditions. What might seem like an unusual pattern is simply the result of how ice crystals disperse in different weather conditions. There are secret government documents that hint at chemical spraying, quote-unquote. Often these documents are taken out of context or are speculative in nature. They do not provide credible evidence of an active program to poison the public. People have experienced unexplained health problems in the areas under heavy air traffic, quote unquote. Many factors can influence health outcomes, and controlled studies have not found a link between health issues and contrail exposure. The observed health problems are more likely attributable to other well-documented environmental factors. It's important to approach any theory with a healthy dose of skepticism and a commitment to evidence. Conspiracy theories often flourish in environments where fear and uncertainty override rational analysis. However, the scientific method and the rigor of independent verification are our best tools for discerning facts from fiction. Transparency and peer review. Research on atmospheric phenomena is published in peer-reviewed journals and subject to scrutiny from scientists around the world. This process ensures that only findings supported by solid evidence are accepted. Independent confirmation. Multiple agencies and research institutions have independently confirmed the composition and behavior of contrails. Their findings converge in the same conclusion. These are natural byproducts of air travel, not instruments of mass poisoning. Understanding the truth about contrails is not just about debunking a myth, it's about fostering a culture that values scientific inquiry and rational discourse. In a time when misinformation can spread rapidly through social media and other channels, it is crucial that we base our beliefs on well-established evidence and remain open to updating our views when new data emerge. The implications of embracing science over unfounded theories are profound. It strengthens public trust in research, supports effective policymaking, and ensures that our efforts to protect public health are directed toward genuine risks. Whether we're dealing with climate change, air pollution, or public health challenges, our decisions must be informed by the best available evidence. Conclusion. In closing, the fear that chemtrails are poisoning us is not supported by any credible scientific evidence. What we observe in the sky are contrails, composed primarily of water vapor and ice crystals, formed by the natural interaction of aircraft exhaust with the high-altitude atmosphere. Extensive research by agencies such as NASA, NOAA, and the EPA confirms that these phenomena pose no threat to our health. I encourage all of you to continue questioning, exploring, and learning about the world around you. Let us celebrate the remarkable advances in science and technology that have enriched our lives and improved our understanding of the natural world. By embracing evidence-based reasoning, we empower ourselves to make informed decisions and build a healthier, more rational future. Thank you for your attention, and I hope that this discussion has provided clarity and reassurance about the nature of contrails. Let's continue to work together, guided by science and reason, to ensure a better tomorrow for all.